We just got back from my first event on the first stop of the WLD, the World Long Drive Tour of the Year, and I wanted to take you through a backdoor look of exactly how I did. So let's dive right in. So this was right after my first set. My first set, I went completely OB, 0 for 6, couldn't find the grid, did not hit a good one. I've been messing with a couple of equipment tweaks and quite frankly, just couldn't really find my swing. But in the second set, I was still kind of struggling a little bit, just kind of aiming up the left side of the grid, just trying to hit a little fade out there and just hit it so many balls on the left line or just OB left, and I just couldn't get it to fade back for whatever reason. It was, the wind was a lot downwind off the left, and we just couldn't really find the center of the club face. Call it nerves, call it whatever you want. It just wasn't really a good set. And one of the things that I found mostly that was happening out here was that if you weren't over 426, you were screwed. So I hit a couple good balls, but finally put one in on my second set, my very last ball to just put a point on the board. 205 ball speed with my play driver. Haven't really touched a long drive driver in a long time over the course of the winter, so just kind of used what I was familiar with and ended up PRing in the process. 205 with a play driver at 7.5 degrees was pretty cool. So put that one out there at 402. Stepping into, I believe this is the third set. One of the opening tee balls, actually put a good move on it and hit it out there about 380, but other than that, didn't really put too many balls in play. Here's another one from the same set. Pretty much hovering on the tee box between like 200 to 205 was pretty much where I hung out. But like I was saying, there was so much gas on the tee box this year that if you weren't over 426 yards in this event, you weren't coming in the top 2 in each set. So just kind of placing, like hitting good balls out there, but just kind of coming in third every single set. Just again, just about 15 to 20 yards kind of behind everybody, which is kind of where I was able to hang with last year. But a lot of guys got really, really fast over the offseason, and even putting balls out there at 400 yards just wasn't doing it. So lots to work on, lots to focus on. Kyle Gabbard here, he was a really top-ranked amateur the last year, and him and I obviously turned pro this year, and he's been putting good balls out there as well in the low to mid 190s, and obviously it was a miss hit for him, but yeah, even at 400 yards, it just wasn't doing it. And I believe this was one of my last sets, one of the opening tee balls. I think I switched to my long drive driver here and just kind of threaded one. A little bit of a miss hit. I was flighting it really well. I was just trying to aim up the center of the grid because the wind was well off the left, and if I aimed left, I would pretty much hit it straight, and if I aimed at the center of the grid and tried to play a fade, it would just fall OB right. So I was just struggling and just a little bit off the entire event, but ended up catching a good one here at 202. The optimal spin for me was around 23 to 2600 at about 180 to 190 foot apex, and ultimately just wasn't able to get it done, but on to the next one. So there you have it. Not the best of events, not my best performance, but above all else, a lot of things to learn from, a lot of things I'm going to be working on moving into the next event. Please stay tuned, leave a comment below, and we'll see you for the next one.